Welcome to our video on common district manager interview questions and detailed responses. Let's dive right in. Can you tell us about your leadership style and how it will help you succeed as a district manager? Candidate, VO. My leadership style is a balance between being results-driven and people-focused. In my previous role overseeing 64 stores and 634 employees, I found that setting clear performance expectations and transparent goals was critical. However, I also emphasized mentorship, training, and professional development, which created a culture of trust, accountability, and growth. By combining strong communication, active listening, and individualized coaching, I empowered team members to take ownership of their roles, leading to a 100% internal promotion rate for leadership positions. As a district manager, this approach will ensure each location under my oversight not only meets its targets, but also nurtures future leaders who understand our mission and values. Describe a time when you improved operational efficiency across multiple locations. What was the situation, and what steps did you take? Candidate VO. In my previous position, I noticed inconsistencies in daily store processes and workflow, resulting in slower service delivery and missed revenue opportunities. After conducting a thorough analysis, I identified key inefficiencies, such as repetitive manual tasks and a need for more standardized training across the 64 locations I managed. I introduced lean process improvements and Six Sigma methodologies to streamline operations. We implemented standardized checklists, invested in technology that automated repetitive tasks, and refined training programs to ensure staff consistently followed best practices. Within 6 months, these changes reduced operational errors, decreased average transaction times, and ultimately boosted profitability by improving revenue per location and increasing customer satisfaction. How have you managed and developed teams spread across multiple locations, and how did you keep them motivated? Candidate, VO. Managing geographically dispersed teams requires consistent communication, a strong leadership presence, and an inclusive culture. I held regular virtual check-ins and monthly regional calls to ensure everyone was aligned with company goals. Beyond that, I created a mentorship and training program that identified high-potential employees and provided them with structured development opportunities. Recognizing achievements, whether through awards, spotlight features in internal newsletters, or direct personal commendations, played a crucial role in motivation. Additionally, I maintained an open-door policy, making myself accessible and encouraging feedback from all levels. This approach not only built trust and commitment, but also sustained engagement and high performance across all regions. Tell us about a time you had to handle underperforming stores or teams. What was your approach and what were the results? Candidate. When I encountered underperforming locations, I started by diagnosing the underlying issues, ranging from leadership gaps, inadequate training, operational inefficiencies, to market-specific challenges. For one particular cluster, sales lagged well behind targets. I conducted on-site assessments, reviewed performance metrics, and engaged the local team in open discussions to understand their pain points. We then developed a tailored action plan that included intensified coaching, a revamped training curriculum, and a clearer incentive structure. Within 3 months, the previously underperforming stores showed measurable improvements in conversion rates, compliance with best practices, and employee morale, ultimately elevating them to meet and even surpass their quarterly sales targets. How do you set and achieve sales targets and other KPIs across a district? Candidate. I believe in a data-driven yet collaborative approach. First, I establish SMART, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound goals at the district and store level, drawing on historical performance, market trends, and corporate objectives. Then, I involve store managers and key team members in the planning process, ensuring their input and buy-in. Progress is monitored regularly through standardized reporting tools and dashboard metrics. If performance falls behind benchmarks, I respond promptly with coaching sessions, targeted training, or process adjustments. This hands-on and transparent strategy not only keeps everyone aligned but also builds a sense of shared ownership over reaching and exceeding our sales and KPI goals. Can you provide an example of how you managed budgets and controlled costs while maintaining high-quality service? Candidate: In my former role, I managed a substantial annual revenue of over $300 million spread across multiple states. To maintain profitability without compromising on service quality, I closely reviewed inventory management, staffing levels, and vendor contracts. For example, by analyzing traffic patterns and historical sales data, I adjusted staffing schedules to match peak hours, thereby optimizing labor costs. I also negotiated better rates with suppliers and explored cost-effective technology solutions that streamlined workflow. These measures helped balance cost controls with consistently high service standards, leading to improved profit margins while maintaining a positive customer experience. How do you ensure compliance and adherence to company policies and industry regulations across your district? Candidate: VO. Compliance is non-negotiable and must be ingrained in the culture. I achieve this by clearly communicating all policies and regulatory requirements to store managers and employees, ensuring they understand both the what and the why. I run regular training sessions, provide updated compliance manuals, and use internal audits to identify and correct issues before they escalate. In my previous role, implementing a robust compliance monitoring system and encouraging whistleblower feedback helped preemptively address potential risks. This proactive stance not only safeguarded the company's reputation and bottom line, but also assured customers and stakeholders of our integrity and accountability. Give an example of how you've used data and analytics to drive decision-making and improve store performance. Candidate: VO. Data analysis was a cornerstone of my strategy. For instance, I collected and reviewed sales metrics, customer feedback, employee performance indicators, and operational costs to identify trends and opportunities. When I noticed specific stores consistently outperforming others, I performed a best practices analysis to understand what they were doing differently, whether it was product placement, promotional strategies, or training methods. Then, I replicated these successful tactics across the district. By letting data guide my decisions, I fostered evidence-based best practices that led to overall performance improvements, increased revenue, and higher customer satisfaction ratings. How do you handle conflict or difficult conversations with store managers and team members? Candidate: VO. I approach conflicts and difficult conversations with empathy, clarity, and a focus on resolution. I start by listening to the individual's perspective and acknowledging their concerns. Then I clearly communicate the expectations, policies, or performance issues at hand, using data or examples when possible. The goal is to reach a mutual understanding and find actionable solutions. I maintain professionalism, ensure confidentiality, and follow up to confirm that the conversation led to meaningful changes. This approach fosters respect, trust, and accountability, and it ultimately strengthens our working relationships and performance outcomes. Why do you believe you're the right fit for this district manager role? Candidate: VO. With more than 25 years of experience in multi-state retail operations, I have a proven track record of driving sales growth, mentoring teams into leadership roles, and improving operational efficiencies. I'm adept at strategic planning, performance management, and maintaining compliance, all while building a culture of engagement and excellence. I bring a data-informed, people-focused mindset that aligns closely with this role's requirements. Having led large teams and managed significant revenue streams, I'm confident I can replicate that success here, helping your organization reach its business objectives, enhance the customer experience, and support the mission and values that set you apart in the market.